YouTube. So in the consultation, my client did tell me he did not any of the curls cut off. So we did clip the curls up, and there's really not much to it. You just get all the long hairs, all the curls, you comb it up. Whatever is straight hair, you comb it down, because it's got a perm, so the curls are only on the top. So whatever is straight, you comb it down. So after the curls are all clipped up, I got my number 2 guard, which is going to be the highest guard we're going to use on this taper. And we're just going to set our foundation. Just going straight up and lift it off the head once you get to the parietal ridge. As you can see, I do use my comb as a guide sometimes. All I do is just put the comb right there just so the hair doesn't lift up, and just run the clipper up. First, I like to set in my guidelines. So on the back taper, I always leave some hair on the sides just to make the neckline up a little darker. And then he did leave the taper up to me, so I decided to go with a little mid taper, not too low but not high. After we're setting our guidelines, you know, the usual step, we're just gonna go with the shavers. And on the taper, I don't usually go round motions, you know. I just kind of go really light with it, and then we jump straight into it with our lever open. And then to take the line out, you guys know what we do. We do some lever play. Lever open, 3/4 of the way closed, halfway closed, 1/4 of the way closed, and all the way closed. Then we jump into it with a 1 guard closed. And yeah, on the neck taper, I usually like to start off right on the neck taper, you know, just so I can really visualize everything. And then to take the line out, we do some lever play with a 1/2 guard. And now I got my 1.5 guard with the lever open, and I'm gonna do some lever play till I get to the lever closed. Keep in mind that the 2 closed was our foundation, so the 1.5 open blends right into that. And now to really bring in the neck taper together, I'm gonna go with the 1 guard open and do some lever play to the lever closed. Now I'm just gonna do some detailing. Whatever I think needs to be done, I'll do it. So as of right now, I got my 1/2 guard. I believe the lever's open. I'm just gonna play around with that. And my method for the side taper is the same thing. The only difference is that the guidelines have to be a little slimmer. And I usually set the guideline in with the full blade. But when I start taking the line out, I like to go with my corner so I can be really precise. That's really one of my favorite cuts to do, man. The taper with the curls on the top just looks really good once you add the crispy lineup. Ooh, that's some heat. This is my boy TC, man. We went to high school together. I started playing basketball, and then I told him that if he gets a dunk in game, he gets a free cut. So this was the free cut. I'll see if I can throw in the dunk at the end of the video. But yeah, back to the lineup. I usually like to keep it natural, you know, natural and sharp at the same time. Once I go around the ear, I like to hold the ear down and really just use your corners. Focus on making the round the ear. You know, really focus on the shape of the head. And then when it comes to the boxes and the C cup, you guys know how I do it. Start at the top of the C cup, go down to the bottom, and just meet at the middle. Now here I told him about giving him a hairline, and he didn't know what I was talking about, but that's my boy. I told him to trust me. So all I'm really doing is just grabbing like a really tiny section of the top of the hair, about like half an inch. I'm pulling the hair down, and I can see that his hair lays down quite nice. That's why I brought it up. So then I'm gonna comb the hair down, I'm gonna spray some hairspray, brush it down, and then we're gonna line that up. Oh yeah, I go with my 1.5 hour close to just run it down, you know, just to trim some of it. Helps it laying down. And then I go with the hairspray, and then I brush it down. And then I just line it up. I like to start right at the middle. I bring it to the left side, and then I go back to the middle and bring it to the right side. One thing that I see barbers doing it a lot, they don't see if the client's head is straight when you're lining them up. You gotta make sure his head's straight when you line him up, otherwise the lineup is gonna be crooked. And you guys see the lineup is already crispy, man, but you know, I want to take it to the next level, so I got my airbrush. I'm just gonna add some color enhancement to it. You see how it's popping out? When it comes to the straight razor, you guys know how I do it. I stretch the skin and go with the blade against the grain just to make it a little sharper. You know, when it comes to the lineup, you gotta make it as sharp as you can. This is the cut, yo. You guys see the taper, you guys see the lineup, you guys see the back taper, you guys see the hairline. That's some fire. That's some heat. Shout out to TC for coming, man. We on the come up.